talked yesterday about finishing off games today. It seemed like you guys did finish off some opportunities there when you had them.
We did. Much better. Obviously, a couple huge hits in that inning. Dorney's being the big one. You know, it was a very good at bat. You know, Sapelt had a very good bat. That whole inning, Alonso, they all had good at bats, and that's what we got to do. At bats weren't bad today. Not great, better, but you know, Daryl was excellent.
What about Daryl in particular? Was he doing right to kind of, you know, keep you guys, you know, in the game especially after giving up that one?
You know what? He mixed all of his pitches well. He and Mesoraco really worked well together. He was strike one ahead most of the evening as far as, you know, the first couple of pitches. One of them was a strike, and with all of his pitches, and that's, you know, to keep a club off balance, you got to be able to throw all your pitches over the plate, and Daryl did an excellent job. I asked him when I went out, I said, how long's it been since you got in the 8th inning? He said about 3 years. So that was a big game for him.
One side thing I want to ask you about, as far as with the balls, as far as major league balls and minor league balls, do you notice any difference when they're in games or not really?
No, the difference is in the feel. Not so much whether they fly further or anything like that. It's the feel of the ball is different, and it is different for somebody that handles the ball all the time. You know, it's like you, a pin is a pin, but I bet you have some that feel a lot better in your hand. Well, it's all a pin. And it's the same thing with baseballs. Major league balls and minor league balls are different. Not one that's better than the other. They're wound differently, and the threads are different.
Is that sort of surprising as far as if you're going to get people ready to play Major League Baseball, wouldn't you just use Major League balls?
No, because number one, the expense of it. I'm sure that's a factor, but no. Our minor leagues all use the same. Once they get there, it only takes a game or two to. I mean, it doesn't take long to adjust to it. That's why most, you know, even minor league guys don't want to use them down here, because it's different. You don't want to. That's why they take them out and shuffle them between the pitchers. It is different, and major league guys are used to major league balls, and minor league guys are used to the feel of minor league balls.
So how does it work when a guy's on a rehab stint? They have the starting pitcher has a choice, or how does that work as far as?
Well, major league guys use major league baseballs. Yeah, even Chapman when he's pitching, LeCure when he pitched, we switched him out. Any pitcher that's a major league pitcher on rehab can use major league balls. They don't always,
but they usually choose to.
They usually choose to.
But you say you don't really notice that much difference in terms of how the game is played?
No, the difference is in the feel of the ball for the pitcher.
So it's much more important as far as the pitcher is concerned.
That's who it is for, yeah. Absolutely.
Overall with the bats today, just getting some success, I mean, that's got to feel reassuring.
Some success. I thought overall we had some better swings. I thought their guy pitched a very good ball game. You know, and we've seen him before. You know, Duckworth has pitched in this league before, and I thought he pitched a pretty good ball game. I just thought we had some better at bats.
And another side question, I was just curious if you had any chance during your career to interact with Jack McKeon or anything like that, or no?
Played for him.
Oh, okay. Just as far as what are your thoughts of him, you know, back managing at his age?
Well, you know, at his age now, I haven't talked to Jack in probably haven't seen Jack 3 or 4 years, maybe 2 or 3 years. But he is, you know, when I saw him, he's still sharp. He's still, you know, obviously the Twitter thing, you know, they have fun with that. But you know what? Who cares? That has nothing to do with baseball. When it comes to baseball, he's still sharp. He still knows the game, and he'll be old school. But you know what? It won't hurt anybody or anything for his old school to come back. So I think it's a cool thing. You know, it makes me smile because Jack and I had interaction I played for him.
When did you play?
I played for him in winter ball in Puerto Rico, and then I was one of the first trades he made when he came over to San Diego as Trader Jack. He traded Randy Jones the night of the Mets. I don't remember who came back, but you know, that.
So you played for him in winter ball, but you didn't play for him in the.
No, when I played for him with the Padres, he was a general manager, not the manager.
Yeah,
he was the
okay.
general manager. So
Okay.
I've known Jack for 25 plus years.
Seems like an interesting mix between old school at the same time. He seems to do a good job relating to young guys.
He does because he's still involved. He's even though I asked Dontrell because Dontrell knows him very well, and I asked Dontrell. I said, "You still talk to him?" He said, "Oh yeah." He said, "He's still smart. He's still right on top of it, but he is old school. You better do certain things, and he's going to be in control. I think it's very interesting. I'm happy for him." I told Dontrell, I said, make sure you tell him to not stay in this too long. There's a lot of us young guys that would like to get major league jobs. So, I think it's a good move on their part to try to get their organization back on track.
Thanks, Skip.
You got it.
Didn't really seem like one guy stood out today. It seemed like a full team win.
Well, without a doubt. The big blow, the two guys stood out. Thompson obviously pitched a great ball game, and Dorney's 3-run home run. But we had a lot of good things happen in the game. I was very happy with the way things happened.
Seems like on a day in, day out basis, Negron's making big plays for you guys in the outfield. How's he able to do that at any position on a given day?
He's not afraid to play. He plays with reckless abandon. He's always diving, and he's got speed. And you got to love his aggressiveness. At times he makes mistakes with it. But I don't want to take that away. I don't want to take away his aggressiveness. What I'm trying to do now is make sure we control it. But overall, he's fun to have in the ball game and fun to watch. He's got to be a fan favorite.
Is his versatility and defense his biggest strength?
Well, without a doubt. He's super sub. He's my guy that I can play anywhere on the field. I think the only place I haven't played him is catcher and first base now, and he's played well everywhere.
Ideally for him, do you think there's one position he excels at?
No. I think his one position that he excels at is as super sub. It doesn't mean he can't play every day at a lot of positions. He could, not what we need here, not what the big league club needs right now, but that's not to say if somebody got hurt and he was the guy, he could go to that position and play every day.
Okay. And just a day off for Kozar today?
Yeah, I had that planned well ahead. A couple other guys get a day off tomorrow. We play every day, so I try to sneak guys. I plan it days ahead of time on who I'm going to give days off.